Well, how y'all doing today? This is Mazske Finance. It is now May 18th. I think it is. Yep, May 18th of 2025. My goodness, where does time go? And it seems like I think it's been about 3 months since I made a video. Anyway, hopefully you're doing outstanding. I'm in a new location here in the country of Panama. I'll show you a quick view if you can see it. I know it's bright. Yep, it's another beach condo. It's probably, driving time, it's about 30 minutes or so from where I was living at. But it's, I like this spot a little bit better because you can see, like, there's houses there, but you don't see a tower right next to me. There's another complex over there, but that's separated by a river. That's Pacific Ocean you see in the background. So, but this condo needs a little bit of work, so it needs a rehab. I'm an investor, in real estate, so if I own this, I would rehab it. But anyway, it is what it is. We're only here for short term. I think we're going to spend a total of 3 months here. So, but time will tell where we end up. We do not know exactly where we will be when we move out of here. So anyway, I'm going to have a short video here because I'm holding this because I couldn't find my little stand I used to hold my phone. So anyway, quick question for you. How many of you would like to take $1,000 and turn it into $1 million? Can that be done? That's a serious question. Can that be done? Let me see if I can switch hands there. Shoot, sorry, get shaky there with that hand. All right, well, I'll give you an example. Back in 2005, and you can always Google this and check out see how accurate I am. I think it was in January 2005, early January, right after New Year's perhaps, like January 3rd, thereabouts. Sorry, I'm gonna rest my arm down there. I invested $500 some, I believe, in Netflix. All right. Later in 2005, that's 2005, January 2005. Later in 2005, I think it was December 2005, almost a year later, I invested another $500 so into Netflix. All right, so $1,000 in Netflix in the year 2005. My split adjusted price, I believe, was around $1.71. You can check, if you wanted to, the price of Netflix right now, split adjusted. If you do a split adjusted $1.71 into a share of Netflix with $1,000, how many shares would you have bought? Multiply it by today's share price. But I did a quick check on my phone before I started recording this, and I think it would come up to ballparking at around $800,000. Okay, so if I had let that $1,000 just ride till today, it'd be about $800 some thousand, roughly. Okay. So, I didn't let it ride. I sold it at just under 20 grand. So I made something like a 1,700% return. I think I sold for about 17,000 roughly. Okay, so I made a pretty healthy return, but not like I would have if I had held it until now. So anyway, my challenge to you right now, 2025, can you take $1,000, turn it into ballparking $1 million? Not overnight, not next week, not next month, but over a decade or 2 decades. Can that be done? Can it be done? All right. That's my Cartagena Cup. I went down to Cartagena, Colombia back in February, I think it was. Spent, 4, 5, 6 days down in Cartagena, Colombia. Nice little trip. But anyway, something real quick. I got a WhatsApp group, and I threw some ideas out there over the past couple weeks. I am done, I think, giving specific stock investment. I will not give specific stock investment. I will not give it to my group either. All right. But what I threw out was, whoa, doggy. I just had a bird fly up towards me and hit the glass here on this balcony. I'm on the 16th floor, top floor of this condo building. But anyway, I threw out 3 things, 3 broad topics. Okay, broad topics. Electric driverless cars. Mark my words, within a decade or so, these will be mainstream. Within a decade, it means it could be next year. But they will be mainstream in the world, probably, at least in the United States. All right, I know right now in different cities in the U.S., they are testing electric driverless taxis and that sort of thing. I'm going on record with saying they will be mainstream with the general public in some fashion within a decade, plus or minus. Okay? That's a broad topic. There's a lot. If you look at it from an investing standpoint, just in electric driverless cars, you might think, oh, Maskey's talking about Tesla. Maskey's talking about Waymo. Or Maskey's talking about Google. Maskey's talking about Uber. Something like that. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I will tell you, there is a variety of technology companies investing in battery technology, in driverless car technology, etc. Figure out what they are. Is one of them potentially a good investment? I don't know that answer. It's up to you. All right? Another broad topic. Drones. Dream.r, D.R.E.A.M, period. What does that stand for? It's an acronym. Let's see if I can remember it. Drones rule everything around me. Drones rule everything around me. Think about that. If you live in Dallas, Texas, do you live in Dallas, Texas? If you do, test this out. In Dallas, Texas, there is a company that is starting, they got FAA approval, and they are starting drone delivery in Dallas, Texas. Their goal is, give you an example, Walmart. Within a 2-mile radius of Walmart has roughly 65,000 items that they will deliver to you for free, no shipping charge, within 30 minutes if you order from Walmart. I believe, I'm not positive exactly all the details, but maybe you order from Chipotle, maybe you order from some other restaurant, maybe you order from a different store. Drone delivery. It's coming. It's coming. All right, it's being tested in Dallas. The same company tested it in 2016. They had the technology with drones. United States of America would not approve them. They went to Africa, to Rwanda. They started making blood deliveries to remote hospitals. Since 2016 to present day, they have logged over 100 million miles with their drones. They deliver 70% of the blood supply in Rwanda to the hospitals because roads in Rwanda are not good. They're dirt roads, pothole roads. You drive blood, if you're transporting blood to a hospital, it takes time. Drone. I showed you that little complex over that way, that condo buildings. Drone flying time, I don't know what it would be, 2 minutes. It's right there. It's right across the river right there. But driving time to get there, I got to drive out of here to the highway, go a couple miles that way, and go down into the complex. Driving time, it's 20, 25, 30 minutes. Drone flying time, I'm guessing 2 minutes. It's a big difference. All right, there's one company, you can Google it, testing in Dallas. What's that company's name? Figure it out. All right, I'm not going to do all the work for you. Figure it out. But I'm not saying they're a good investment. I don't even know if they're a public company. I've never checked. I don't know. I'm not invested with them. But they're not the only company out there. Okay, that's the point of this. Look at the big picture. I talk a lot about real estate on this channel. I've talked about oil investing on this channel. I've mentioned a tequila distillery investment I have on this channel. I have mentioned other stuff on this channel, mineral rights acreage and stuff. I've mentioned stocks on this channel. All right, look at the big picture in regards to investing. What can you invest in? Where do you live? Do you live in a high-cost area? If you want to invest in real estate, you live in Los Angeles, California. Can you invest in real estate there, or is it too expensive? Or do you need to go somewhere else? Could you invest in a REIT, real estate investment trust? Could you invest in stocks? The stock market is volatile. You've seen it in the past couple of weeks with the tariffs out there. Stock market goes up, stock market goes down, up, down, up, down. It's volatile. I believe in being a stock picker, selective stocks. I believe in buying and holding for the long term. I am not a day trader, okay? I will add this little tidbit in. I recently, this week, invested a small sum of money into an ETF. An ETF is electronic fund traded or something. It's computerized, I believe. It's a big bird. Lots of birds around here. I'll show you a little green clip in a second when I stand up. But I invested a little bit of money into this ETF. It's returning right now approximately a 20% dividend. 20%. Take that 20% divided by 12 for your monthly return. Okay, it's 20% annualized. All right, 20% monthly. They give it to you monthly. Whatever that 20% divided by 12, you get it a month per share. And I am automatically reinvesting it. I just opened this position within the past week or two. Okay, I invested a little bit 2 different times, so I got just a little bit more than I did the first time. All right, because I pulled up their website, I looked at them. They're investing in companies I recognize. They're investing in NVIDIA. They're investing in Tesla. They're investing in other stuff. I think what they're doing, I'm not positive, I think what they're doing is they're probably selling some of their shares, capital gains, but taking that money and perhaps giving it to us in a dividend form. I'm not sure how they're doing that. All right, but they every year annually, I think it's in October, they put the word out on what their dividend will be for the next 12 months. All right, it currently, based on the share price, is fluctuating between about 19.77 and 20.13 or thereabouts. That's what I've seen over the past week, okay? I'm not going to tell you what they are because nowadays you guys can Google and find anything you want. And I'm not going to give you specific recommendations on this channel because I might tell you to invest in it and then tomorrow they go out of business. Okay, so I'm not telling you the name. I'm not telling you to invest in anything at all. I'm telling you what you can do if you don't have a lot of money. You can start with a little bit of money. That one ETF I'm talking about, it's selling for a little over $7 a share, $7.75 or something like that, $8, $7.50, whatever it is, it fluctuates. You could take $25 and invest in that company. $25. You will get a 20% return in a year, roughly. 20% of $25 is what? $5. Okay, so you invest $25, you might make $5 in a year. But it's 20%. It's something. It's a start. It's not going to make you $1 million, but everybody who made $1 million started somewhere. They all started with their first dollar. All right, that's what I'm trying to do with this video, is not tell you how to get rich overnight. I'm trying to convey the thought that you can start with a little bit of money and turn it into more money. I did that. 2005, I took $500 and $500 over a course of 12 months, that's $1,000, put it into Netflix stock. I sold it around, I think it was 2014. Okay, so 9 years. If I had held it for 20 years, I'd have a lot more money, but I didn't. I sold it. And I renovated the basement of my house that I lived in. All right. But anyway, that is that, and this is now. All right. So think about where you are in life. Think about what kind of work you do. Think about what kind of income you have. I've said many, many times on this channel, real estate is the fastest way to wealth. You can buy a rental property by putting 20% down. The bank will loan you 80%, and you just bought a house. You rent it to a tenant. You run your numbers beforehand, and that tenant is paying your mortgage for you. They're paying your expenses for you, and they're putting extra money, called cash flow, into your pocket. You parlay that money into buying another rental house, if you so desire. Okay? Some of you don't want to buy real estate. Maybe you want to buy stocks. You can buy stocks for almost whatever dollar amount you want. Could you take $25 and buy something? An ETF, a mutual fund, an individual stock? I don't recommend putting $25 into any one company. But could you put $25 this week and $25 next week and $25 the next week and $25 the next week? Could you do that? Just give you another example. I am something totally different. I use credit cards to travel for free. Credit cards give me various perks. One of my credit cards gives me $7 a month towards Dunkin'. You know, Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not in the United States. I got to use that perk in the United States. How can I take advantage of that $7? Well, this is what I can do. Dunkin' has an app, because everybody has an app. On that app, I can load my, I don't know what they call it, but my wallet. They have pre-selected amounts, $10, $25, $50, or other. Click other, add in $7, take my credit card that gives me that $7 back, put $7 into that. Within a day or two or three, my credit card company credits me $7. Next month I do the same. Next month I do the same. Wait, when I do go back to the US, maybe I have $21, maybe I have $28, maybe I have $35. Maybe I stay here for the next 12 months and don't use it. So then 10 times 7 is 70, so $84. Maybe I have $84 in there for free. So I can go to Dunkin' a whole bunch and get a cup of coffee or whatever for free. Along the same lines, another credit card, or is it the same? Yeah, it's a different credit card. They give me a $50 a month travel credit. but I don't use that credit card to buy travel. But what I can do is buy $50 on the United Mileage website. It's United Airlines, United Mileage Plus, I think it's called, or something like that. They have a wallet. You can add money to it. I can take that credit card quarterly, put $50 into my account. The credit card company, it's a different credit card, credits me back that $50. I do it once a quarter. In 4 quarters, 1 year, I have $200. That's not $1 million, right? But it's $200. If I do it for a second year, I have $400. $400 will give me an airplane ticket probably almost anywhere in the U.S. If I go 3 years, I got $600. See what I'm saying? There's ways to think outside the box. You can start with a little bit here. You put a little bit into stocks. You buy a rental house. You save $7 a month on Dunkin', or you $50 a month and a quarter into that gets $50 a month someone gives you, a credit card company gives you. There's little things you do that add up. That one rental house becomes 2, 2 becomes 4. Next thing you know, you're like me, you get up to 25 units in 4 years. Then you decide to venture out. You buy a little bit of mineral rights acreage. You buy a little bit of a pipeline. You buy a tequila distillery investment. But the point of this is think outside the box. Don't chase after every hot tip someone gives you and run after it and put your money into this. Use what's up here. I know you're busy. I know you work a lot of hours. You got husband, wife, kids, family, etc. But think. Read. I know as a society we don't read, but read. Learn about what's happening in the world and how you can parlay that into an investment. You don't have to be a millionaire to make millions and millions of dollars. You can be a 7-Eleven worker as long as you control your expenses, invest a little bit of money every payday, and over time, you will become wealthy. Just takes time. Don't chase it. Be methodical, be slow, and just keep going. Keep plugging away. One day at a time, one investment at a time. And learn to love life. Learn to travel. Open your horizons. Go live somewhere else. We live in a time period when you can work remotely, perhaps. Go live 3 months somewhere. Go live 6 months somewhere. Why not? Life is short. Don't be stuck living in your hometown for all your life. Just get out. Life is short. Enjoy it while you can. All right. Have a great one. Maskies signing out.